Welcome to Peak Health Revolution. My name is Logan Grundy. Today's session, we're going to be spending 10 minutes to go over an upper body session that's fantastic after a long day at work to help alleviate upper body stiffness and improve our posture. We're not going to need anything for this except a foam roller right at the very end. Everything else you won't need any equipment for. Let's get into it. So what we're going to start with is big neck circles. We're going to go as far as we can, nice and slow, trying to get the biggest range of motion out of it as we can. After a long day at the desk, we tend to have our head forward all the time, so this is really good to kind of reset our neck. We're going to go 3 in each direction here. So we're coming back the other way now. And if you have any particular spots that feel a little sticky as we go through today, you can spend extra time, just pause the video and take an extra moment for that particular area. So now we've done 3 going each direction. We're going to go into our arms. We're going to start with our palms facing forward and come a little bit crossbody up and around until we kind of hit an end point there. Then we'll start rotating our palm around, make a big circle, and we're going to be finishing facing palm out here. And then coming up, we'll hit that end point there, and that's when we start our rotation. Nice big circles. This is going to help reset that shoulder after being on the keyboard or the mouse all day long. Equally applicable to anyone who maybe you've been driving lots or something like that. Anything where our shoulders are rolled forward. So we're going to do 3 on each side again. There's no particular number that's the magic number. I'm just picking a good number that's going to allow us to get through this in a reasonable amount of time. I know one of the biggest things that people deal with is just feeling like they don't have enough time to commit to, say, like a 40-minute session of something. So the key is always to remember that a little bit of something is better than none of something. Any amount of movement through these joints is going to be beneficial. So we've done 3 with each side. Now we're going to shrug our shoulders up and forward best we can. And draw them back, still keep them high. Drop them down, try and squeeze your shoulder blades to your ribs. Then curl them forward, we're still down. That's 1. 2. And 3 of them, and then we're going to grab it up top and flip it back the other way. 1. 2. You'll notice like the speed that we're doing this, that's a little bit slower. We're not just thinking going through it, but trying to get to those very end ranges. So that's 3. Then very similar to that, we're just going to cave our chest in, roll forward best we can. Then opposite of that, try and open up as much as we can. We'll do a couple extra of these because they don't take us quite as long. And get the neck involved too. Really curl over into that chest and then open it right back up. Now what we're going to do, spread our legs a little bit. Go with our toes out at about a 45. One arm's going to go up. We're going to slide the other one down our leg as far as we can get to, whatever's comfortable for you. And then we're going to swap those. And a really good thing to pay attention to is like, how do I feel side to side? Do I have one side that's more restricted? You guys might be able to see it, or I'm definitely feeling it that my right side, kind of my back on my leg and my hip, is a little more stiff than my other side. We're going to hit 6 of these. So halfway we got 3. 4. So this is just basically all we're trying to do today is get the body moving in those positions that we've been locked into all day. If our hips have been short and pressure on our back, we're just going to flip that around a little bit. And now what we want to do is we're going to go into a cat-cow. Everyone's pretty familiar with this. But what I like to do is really try and focus on moving one little vertebrae at a time. 1, 2. This is great if you do have some extra time to use a foam roller after this. Is pay attention to where you feel like it's hardest to move one little segment at a time, and then spend extra time there afterwards with the foam roller. So that's 3. Next thing we're going to do, we're just going to bring one foot up, plant our palm beside it. I'm just going to open up. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go to 6 again. 4, 5, and 6. Then you're just going to switch over to the other side. Plant that palm. Three of them halfway. Now we're going to go down to our butts here. And what we want to do is bring both our legs to about 90 degrees. More or less, doesn't have to be perfect. Then this other arm is going to come out at about a 45 degrees. So this is going to be about 45. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this hand, we're going to thread it through that arm and try and drop ourselves down best we can. And this one, you might feel it pulling on your back, you might feel it in through your hip. Either one's fine. Just let it be where it's going to be. This is definitely one of the ones where I will sit into this and hang out down here a little bit longer sometimes. So that's 3. We're going to go do the other side. Taking that hand, threading it through. And then nice and open. This is just getting rotation back through everything from your lower back all the way up to your upper back, which makes it such a great exercise for us. So like I said, we're going to keep this pretty short for you guys so it doesn't feel intimidating to do too much. Next one, foam roller straight down. You need a full length foam roller for this one. If you don't have one, I've done it with some rolled up towels or a rolled up blanket as well. Basically, you just want to get it so your spine's a little higher than the rest of your body so you can really bring your arms and lay out. You need it long enough that it's going to support your head all the way down to your butt basically. And then here, you can basically spend as much time as you want. And what you want to do is play with slightly different positions with your arms, make little snow angels, see if there's a spot where you feel that it gives you a little bit more of a stretch and spend more time in that position. Try not to let your back arch a whole bunch, try and keep it pretty flat on that foam roller. And then I really like the idea of thinking about your middle fingers having little ropes attached to them, pulling as far away as we can, and that kind of brings that stretch from just being up in the shoulder down into the bicep and the forearm as well. So that can feel really good for anyone who's got tight forearms or biceps as well. And then here, typically I'll spend a good minute, but you can spend as much time as you want here beyond that. And if you have some extra time, what I love to do is just take that foam roller and work out any spots on your back that you felt were particularly restricted, work on them, and then come back and do a couple of those exercises that you felt restricted in again. And it's a really good way to test, did things open up for me in that area after foam rolling them, or are they still a little sticky? Usually what you'll find is that that area opens up. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed that. That's something that you can start doing every day after work, and it's just going to alleviate a lot of that stiffness in your upper back and improve your posture so that you're not every day slowly coming more and more slouched over. It helps free you up.